It's unusually busy at Isla Blanca Park on South Padre Island. About 100 locals and tourists line up behind yellow tape waiting for the clock to strike noon. And around a dozen volunteers put on their gear to prepare for today's big moment. The guests of honor arrive only to have everyone watch them leave, that is, into the water. This event is part of the conservation efforts by a local nonprofit called Sea Turtle Inc. Wednesday afternoon, about 60 green sea turtles were released back into the Gulf of Mexico. And though volunteers regularly release turtles, this batch was unusually large.
Is when we get cold fronts like the one we just had with the snow on the island and in the valley. The Laguna Madre, which is the bay between here and the mainland, gets very cold and the turtles go into a state of shock.
Now today the turtles were released on the beach, but it is here on the bay side where volunteers work to recover them. And they say that the turtles are vital not only to this local ecosystem, but the global one as well.
These turtles were born in the Yucatan. They're growing up in the Laguna Madre, and when they hit about 150, 200 pounds, they disappear. Where they're going is back to the Yucatan to be moms and dads. So the Laguna Madre is a very, very, very important developmental habitat for the green population from Mexico.
Volunteers find the turtles on the bay and bring them to the organization's center. Here, injured turtles are healed and others are kept in tanks to maintain their body temperature. The sea turtles not only face the threat of cold temperatures, but also poaching and pollution.
And over 50% of the turtles we treat, and so far this year it's about 325, over half of those have passed some form of balloon or plastic.
Though George says events like these put turtles back into the water, they are also used to educate the public.
This was equally as important to show these children and tourists and locals that these animals matter.
And it seems to be working.
Save the turtles. Things are, they get distinct, then what do you got? You don't have anything, so.